Next on Worcester News tonight, tackling traffic issues in Leicester with hundreds of customers lining up for recreational marijuana. Plus, the importance of shopping local. The town of Grafton is encouraging it all month long. More on those stories in a moment, but first, heavy rain tonight may result in some minor flooding in Worcester County. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Grab those umbrellas and keep the rain boots handy if you're heading out tonight. Expect to see heavy rain and downpours. Meteorologist Denise Isaac has a look at our local forecast.
Hello there, I'm NBC 10 Boston meteorologist Denise Isaac. What's ahead when it comes to weather? Well, we're expecting heavy rain tonight. Coastal gusts anywhere between 35 to 45 miles per hour. We could see some minor splashover and also some isolated power outages along the Cape and the islands. Minor river flooding along the areas close to at least the Pawtucket River, also the Sudbury River, because both are running really high. Snow to our north. Yes, and it includes over a foot of snow in the mountains. And we could see here some flurries along the hills. But overall, we are tracking an area of low pressure from the west that will continue to move our way. And we're expecting that heavy rain tonight. So tomorrow morning, still some light rain thanks to that system. Sunrise at 6:49, 36 degrees. By midday, mostly cloudy skies, windy, 38. And then by the evening, 35 degrees, some clouds and sunset at 4:14. Coming up, we'll have a look at our exclusive 10-day forecast.
An emergency town meeting tonight is set to address traffic concerns in Leicester. Since Cultivate began selling recreational marijuana last week, the town has seen a major uptick in customers and traffic. Gabber Roslyn Flaherty joins us now with the latest. Roslyn?
Olivia, the town administrator says he's surprised by the amount of traffic, and people who live next to Cultivate want something to be done soon because some of them can't even get out of their driveways. Long traffic lines like this are becoming a concern around Cultivate in Leicester. It's why town officials have called for an emergency meeting just days after the company began selling recreational marijuana.
Business is booming there, and quite frankly, it's a lot more than we were originally planning.
Town Administrator David Genero says one of the major problems is parking. Right now, only one parking lot is open at Everlast Nursery, and customers are being shuttled to the dispensary.
We need to come up with a way that has available parking, but also allows for the passes that people are using to get into Cultivate to be able to be distributed.
According to the Cannabis Control Commission, Leicester and Northampton saw more than $400,000 in recreational sales on the first day.
To get out of the driveway, it takes 10-15 minutes at times.
Neighbor Mark Burdette says the traffic has been terrible, with cars blocking his home.
It's bumper to bumper, people walking up and down the highway.
The town administrator says while traffic is a concern, the business is great for the town's economy.
People coming literally from all over the eastern U.S., which is rather surprising to us. And my understanding is the local businesses have certainly benefited from it. You know, the local eating establishments are doing well.
Cultivate released a statement reading, in part, "The most important thing to us is that we are being good neighbors in the community. We'll be working with the town to improve parking and continue to make this rollout as smooth as possible." Neighbors like Burdette say they're glad the town is having the meeting to hopefully make things better for everyone.
I don't know what's going to come about it, so my wife and I are going to go and see what happens.
Now the meeting is open to everyone. It will be tonight at 7 p.m. at the Leicester Town Hall. Roslyn Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
2 people are recovering after a shooting leads to a crash in Worcester. Police responded to the Providence Street around 10 Sunday night. They say a car had crashed into a wall. The victims, the 21-year-old female driver and 23-year-old male passenger, told officers they had crashed after being shot at by someone in another vehicle. Both suffered injuries from the crash but are expected to be okay. Worcester police are investigating. A Charlton woman who set off an Amber Alert last year pleads guilty to attempted murder Monday. The Worcester County District Attorney's Office says 40-year-old Leanne Rickite was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for the attempted murder and reckless endangerment of her 3-year-old daughter. An Amber Alert was issued in August 2017 after Rickite made suicidal remarks, raising concerns by her family about her safety and her 3-year-old daughter. The two were found in her car near Cook's Pond in Charlton. Worcester Public Schools principals are given a chance to weigh in on students' dress codes. Superintendent Maureen Benenda says she is generally satisfied with the current clothing policy, but some parents and school committee members say it's not enough. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now to explain. Chandler?
Olivia, the dress code discussions began in June when a student wrote a letter to the school committee expressing her concerns with the rules. Some members of the school committee say they're taking the issue seriously and everyone should. Worcester Public Schools are working to update dress code policies for the next school year. The issue is now being brought to school principals for their input.
Maybe some new suggestions on what can be modified, what needs to perhaps be tweaked in the policy.
The possible policy changes mostly focus on the current fingertip rule. It states girls' shorts and skirts must be longer than the tip of their fingers when their arms are down by their sides. But some say this rule doesn't look the same for all students.
Because some girls have shorter arms, some girls have longer arms.
Parents like Jackie Lowell say a strong dress code is important.
Grew up in the 80s, so we were covered, and now it's like anything goes. And I think with school, it's a good idea.
Burncoat parent Lillian Salinas says having uniforms may be the way to go.
It's cheaper, it's better, and they don't have to be, I look better than you or not.
School committee member John Monfredo says the dress code needs to be taken seriously because it can change the quality of school life.
Dress code is designed to reduce distractions, improve safety issues, and improve the educational climate.
Principals are looking for feedback from parents and students to offer their suggestions. But school committee member Diana Biancaria says the code should be standard district-wide, and she'd like to see shorts and skirts longer rather than shorter.
Yes, I clearly understand fashion. However, bottom line is you're there for an education. That should be your priority.
Now, principals will make their suggestions through the superintendent before sending it back to the school committee. They'll decide whether to change policy in the spring. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
State Representative Jim O'Day is filing legislation requiring National Grid to continue to provide health insurance to locked out workers. The company started the lockout in June after the two sides could not come to an agreement on health care plans and pensions for new hires. Employees were receiving letters from the company saying they would no longer receive health benefits, but State Representative O'Day is hoping to change this. The legislation also says National Grid would not have access to public funds for its maintenance work.
And the company's choice to lock these people out. It wasn't the workers' choice to walk away. So my bill would require them to pay for their continued health care, because right now they're having to pay for it out of pocket.
And a hearing on the bill is planned for December 4th. 13 people are displaced by a fire the day before Thanksgiving in Worcester, but thanks to the quick actions of 4 North High School students, everyone made it out safely. As we first reported Friday, the ROTC students noticed the fire on Hamilton Street Wednesday and made sure everyone escaped the flames. The Kindness Coalition of Massachusetts chapter in Shrewsbury is collecting donations for the victims. Today may be Cyber Monday, but in Grafton, town leaders say more than one day is needed to support local businesses. The town says shopping local helps create jobs and helps the economy. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with more. Brittany?
Olivia, the town's Economic Development Commission started the campaign over the weekend. Shoppers are given a punch card, and if they enter 10 stores, they could be entered to win prizes like an iPad.
Thanks so much for shopping local.
It was a busy small business Saturday in Grafton.
It was our best day ever.
We couldn't have asked for a better day. It exceeded all of my expectations.
But with the battle of big box stores for Black Friday and online shopping on Cyber Monday, the town wanted to keep consumers local this holiday season. It's why Grafton's Economic Development Commission has created the Shop Grafton MA campaign.
People are busy, and a single day, such as Shop Small Business Saturday, just isn't sufficient. So in Grafton, we decided to create Shop Small Business Season, which is from November 23rd to December 24th.
Residents and people are able to come to local businesses, get a card, get it stamped by the local business, and be entered into a prize.
More than 65 businesses are participating, including Barkery and Dog Boutique Quite Fetching. Owner Emily Oscalillo says shopping local is an experience unlike any other.
We can't compete with Black Friday Amazon, but what we can do is remember Mocha when she comes in for her sweater and her cheesecake. That personal touch that you're just not going to find somewhere else.
We are on the list of extinction, and any help we can get to keep our business going, to help the community, it's kind of just a circle.
Grafton store owners started handing out the punch cards this weekend and say it was a success.
The incentive with the cards and to know where people are going and shopping local, and it was wonderful.
When the town's behind you, it's a great thing.
The town says they hope this campaign will be an annual event. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.